Hello everyone and welcome to Angie Talks TV, where you'll see reality TV show reviews, crime stories, and stories on real life experiences. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Here, trying to retrieve a payment or merchandise. As you can see, garage open, car in the driveway, dog in the window. Well, he was. Somebody home. They just want to talk to us. Avoiding us doesn't fix the issue. Communication is key, people. If you could just come talk to us, truly would appreciate it.
Let me water my sidewalk real quick.
Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, you'll hear a young lady tell her story about her rental center experience caused her to do some time in prison. At the end of this video, I'll give my commentary on exactly what I thought about this video and her experience. But before we start the video, head on over to her page and give her a follow. Let's get started.
This is my renter center horror story. And it's so crazy because I got furniture from renter center when I was 19. I'm 31 and I'm still suffering from renter center. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But let me tell y'all how renter center did me. So I was 18. I had a 2-bedroom apartment. It was just me and my oldest son. At the time, I think he was probably like 1 or 2 or whatever. I had a 2-bedroom, 1 bath for $550 a month with water included. That was the good old days. So I was messing with his daddy at the time when I first moved in there. When it came to me and his daddy, I always did bad. We ain't had no furniture in there. Like nothing. No couch. I think the only person that had a piece of furniture was my son. He had one of them little cheap little the little Cars bed or whatever from what's still called from Walmart, and I had stole a mattress from out of Toys R Us, put that junk in a car and pushed it out back when Toys R Us was open. So one day, me and my baby daddy, we ended up getting into it. He fight me and my sister. He ended up going to jail. When I get home, I realized he went to jail with the house keys. I had to kick the door in to get me and my son into the house that night. So even though I kicked the door in, the door was still shut and locked when we were inside of it. And it was still shut when I would go out of it. Okay, so I ended up having my ex-boyfriend come over one night or whatever, and it ended up snowing. So he was trying to hurry up and go do something or whatever, and he needed the car to move one day. So he boiled some water on the stove, and mind you, I still ain't got no furniture at the time. I just got a mattress on the floor in my room. He boiled some water on the stove, and when he boiled the water, we outside and we trying to get the snow to melt so the car can move or whatever, and we just heard the smoke detector going off. We go run in the house, the whole kitchen is burnt down, like it's burnt down. So we end up getting the fire to go out with the fire extinguisher or whatever. So I had already called the maintenance people and told them about the door being broke. Now I gotta call them and tell them that their damn kitchen is burnt down. So I ended up meeting this other guy, whatever, and we went on one date. Hold up, I'm going too fast. After I dropped my homeboy off and the kitchen was burnt down and stuff, I had got a job at a convenience store, and I took my first paycheck and I went and got some furniture from Renter Center. I had got a couch, a dining room table, the bed frame with a dresser, and a TV. I got 2 TVs for my room and my son's room. So I ended up meeting this dude or whatever, and we end up going on one date. When we go on this one date, we just lock in. We just don't never leave each other. Long story short, he was a good provider or whatever, but he was crazy. He was abusive, like he was just off the chain. So he ends up re-kicking my door in. When he re-kicks my door in, at this point, the door don't shut. if you were to come to my house, you could just walk straight in there. So I ended up telling him that I couldn't deal with him no more. Like, he had to go. I don't care how much he was providing. I just didn't care. I had to got fired from the convenience store. Like, I just didn't care. I didn't want him around me and my son no more. So I told him he needed to go to my house and go get his stuff or whatever because I was done. So he ends up calling me and telling me, he was like, yeah, run a center in your house. I'm like, what you mean run a center in my house? Y'all got to go to part 2. All right, so I'm like, what you mean run a center in my house? I heard him screaming at them, get out, get out, get out, get out. So Rent Center I guess they came there and they seen that the door was open and they like, oh yeah. So as they're in there, he ends up pulling up. But by the time he got there, they had took, don't you know, the couches that got like the pillows to the back of them? They ended up, they got the pillows that go on the back of the couch. They got 2 of the chairs that go to the dining room table. And they got the dresser but didn't get the bed. And they had got the TVs. So when I get there, you know, I am heated. Like, Rent Center, y'all had no business in my house. Y'all were not supposed to come in my house. So when the dude ended up leaving, like I said, I ain't had no job. You know what I'm saying? I was out here grinding, trying to figure out how I was gonna pay the rent that next month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have it all figured out. So I ended up I was on the come up at the time. I was on the come up of the little the scams that sent my ass to prison. I was on the come up. So I finally ended up coming into some money, and I went to go pay the people they rent. When I go take the lady her rent, mind you, I'm taking her like $1,000. I think I took her like $1,150 or $1,200, something like that, because I was behind, and plus I needed the late fees or whatever. So when I get out there to the rental office to take the people their money or whatever, the lady tell me, baby, keep your money. She said, I need you to be out of my apartment by Monday. I'm like, by Monday? Ma'am, it is Friday. What did you talk about? You need me to be out your apartment? No, I think it was Thursday. So I go home. I cry for a little while. I'm like, get it together. You know, you got to get out. I took the furniture. I ended up finding the apartment that Friday. The lady ain't take the money from me or nothing. She was just like, baby, you got to go. So I had the $1,200 deposit, the money orders or whatever that I could put towards moving somewhere else. So that Saturday, I ended up finding an apartment. I had to move out that apartment, y'all. A little girl I went to school with had got killed in there, and I think she was hunting me. But that's neither here nor there. I ended up finding that apartment. The lady said that I could move in on that. I think she said I could move in on like Tuesday or something like that. So I ended up going home, and I threw all the stuff out from Rent Center. I didn't think that I needed to take it with me, and for some reason, I don't know, I guess I was mad at Rent Center for coming in there, taking half of the stuff that they took or whatever. So I didn't think to call Rent Center and get them their shit. That was mistake number 1. All right, so time go by. You know, I had threw their stuff out on the curb. By this time, when I move into my new crib, I am up. I'm talking about I'm up. I'm rolling in dough. You can't tell me nothing. I'm out here scheming and scamming Peter, Paul, Keisha, Lisa, everybody. So some time go by, and one of my cousins end up hitting me up and say that I had a warrant out for my arrest. I was not worried about no warrant. Go to part 3. So I don't pay her no mind when she tell me I got a warrant. Yeah, okay, they can catch me when they catch me. Mind you, back then when I was younger, I was in and out of jail. It was bad. Every time you turn around, I was in court, I was in jail. It was horrible, especially to be a female. Not saying that it looked better for males, but I just really feel like females just don't belong in jail. We don't. So, I end up, I was just out here living my life. Never heard anything else from Rent Center ever since I tossed the stuff out. I thought everything was good. So, to sum this story up, I end up going on this little thing with somebody or whatever. And on the way back, we end up getting pulled over. So when we get pulled over, then the story about how we got pulled over, that is so funny, but it is a whole different story time. But that lady was crazy. She tried to steal my money. Like, it was crazy. Anyway, she lied about having a license or whatever, and I had her driving. She lied about having a license. They ended up taking both of us to jail because they said we both had a warrant or whatever. So they told me that I had a warrant for a felony warrant at that for removal of rental property. I'm like, that's a felony? Like, even though I was in and out of jail, I wasn't in and out of jail on no felony charges and all that. So I was like, this is crazy. We get down there, we see the magistrate or whatever. The magistrate give both of us a bond. Now, this is the funny part. They give both of us a bond. I'm sitting there chilling on the phone because if you get locked up in Chesapeake, Virginia, you could talk on the phone. They don't care. They ain't like the other jails, the phone's where you get to talk on the phone. I'm chilling. I'm having a good old time on the phone waiting to get bonded out. Man, the people come calling me back to the magistrate and say, I ain't got no bond. I said, what you mean I ain't got no bond? Boy, I cried and I cried and I cried. I could not believe that I did not have a bond. Dad took my bond back. So the original thing was the Rent Center thing was originally from Norfolk, Virginia. So Norfolk called over there to their magistrate and told them, I guess they must have did something on the warrant where they was asking for me to not get a bond. I don't know. Either way, they didn't get my ass no bond. So then I had to wait for Norfolk City to come pick me up or whatever. Now this is where the story gets messed up at, y'all. Norfolk comes and pick me up. I sit in jail for 2 weeks. One of the agreements was they would drop the felony charge down to a misdemeanor if I paid the balance off or whatever. So by this time I got a second baby. So my second baby daddy, he went down there. He paid the thing in full or whatever, brought the receipt to court. They ended up dropping it down to a misdemeanor. I got out of jail. Everything was good. Now, I never was really the type of girl who worked. I just always found quick, fast, and easy ways to get me some money. So, like I said before, I had came up a little bit in the world, and I was out here doing this and doing that or whatever. And I ended up going to prison. So I went to prison for 4 years. I went to federal prison. So I had money when I had money while I was in there, and I had money when I came home. But I had like some houses and stuff because I had bought properties. Like I had got to a point in my life where I was doing really good. I went to prison when I was 25. I came home when I was 29. So I had ended up, since I've been out, I'm trying to just do right, do better, and stay on the track. I went and got a job. I've been at my job almost a year. So why, not too long ago, a few months ago, I go check my deposit that came in my account. Y'all, Rent Center is garnishing my paycheck. Rent Center and Grand Furniture. Now, I rightfully own Grand Furniture because when I went to prison, I still owed them $2,000 on the couch. But they charged me $7,000, $7,600 to be exact. And then Rent Center is charging me $3,700. So I went down to the silver division or whatever, went and found some paperwork, went in front of a judge. The judge was like, well, if you come up with your receipts and stuff like that, then I'll be able to throw the case out. So I'm like, okay, cool. I called the attorney that I had on the case because I'm thinking if I call this attorney, I know he still got the file. He said he ain't got the file no more. I had a paid attorney. He said he remember I paid. He remember bringing the receipt to court, everything, but he don't got the file no more. Guess who won't go to work no more? Me. I'm not about to be working for y'all to take my check. They take 25%, Grand Furniture take 25%, and Uncle Sam. And all of this was from back when I was, no. Y'all want somebody to go out here and, yeah.
Guess we just in! Rent-A-Center, count your days. I almost quit my job messing around with y'all. I almost quit. Y'all knew I ain't owe y'all that money. I should sue y'all. Y'all came in my house. Y'all took y'all furniture. I was 18. I'm 31. I done went to prison for 4 years. And came home. And y'all gonna start going. I'm trying to be a law-abiding citizen. And y'all gonna start taking my money. The first time I seen that gun, baby, take me off the schedule. Take me off the schedule. But now, let me show y'all. Y'all see where they say gone? Pay to the order of who? I can't share the amount up here. Then a motherfucker gonna think that I don't need help with the school clothes. But yeah, I should sue y'all. Throw me on the schedule though, boo.
Okay, and that's pretty much the end of the video. Man, if I have to go sit in prison because of time or error that Rent-A-Center or any agency made, you know, and I had to go do time and sit in prison because of it, man, we're going to court. You know, I can't get back time, but at least I want to try to have, you know, some money to compensate me for the time lost. That's crazy. So hopefully she'll change her mind and take him to court. So tell me what you think in the comments. Would you have let it slide and be a thing of the past and not taken them to court? Or would you have taken them to court for that time lost? Drop down in those comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.